In this summary of the book, The Secrets of the Wolf, the controversial founder of the brokerage firm Strike explains step by step the sales system that propelled explosive growth of his company, portrayed in Martin Scorsese's film. If you watched The Wolf of Wall Street, you know Jordan Belfort, portrayed in the film by Leonardo DiCaprio. Continue with us to learn the details of this grandiose sales system. The book, The Secrets of the Wolf, released in 2017, is a guide on how to influence people to overcome barriers and obstacles that prevent them from making a purchase decision. Throughout its 12 chapters, the author explains the creation of his sales method, Straight Line. In addition, he cites various examples of his journey, including those that did not work. Jordan Belfort is a former stockbroker and became known as the leader of one of the largest crimes related to the real estate market. He was the founder of Stratton Oakmont, one of the most dynamic and successful insurance brokerages on Wall Street. At its peak, it earned $50 million a year. Currently, Jordan is an author. He has written 2 other books, The Wolf of Wall Street and The Hunt Along Wall Street. Additionally, he travels the world giving motivational speeches. What are the main ideas of the book, The Secrets of the Wolf? The first 4 seconds are essential for the success of a negotiation. Collecting information about the buyer is essential. Your tone of voice and body language represent the majority of your communication. You must be enthusiastic to sell well. Your sales script should be your differential. Now let's quickly uncover all the secrets of the wolf and understand how to apply them. The book, The Secrets of the Wolf, begins with Jordan introducing the concept called 3 to 10. Basically, it is a scale that measures the current degree of certainty of a potential buyer, varying from 1, absolute certainty, to 10, absolute certainty. The idea behind the concept is that the buyer must be sure of the value that that product represents to him. Only then is there a possibility of purchase. The concept is based on 3 factors. 1, the product, the idea or concept. The buyer must trust that your product solves a need for him. That's why he loves it. 2, you. The buyer needs to believe in what you said and form a connection between you. 3, the company. The interested party needs to trust and believe that their company represents. The straight line system. Jordan believes that all sales are equal, regardless of the different needs, objections, obstacles, and peculiarities of each sale. In the end, they are all the same. From this idea, the author built his own sales system, the straight line system. This system aims to lead the negotiation to the closing of the agreement more assertively, just as a straight line connects 2 points through the shortest possible distance. So it is necessary to keep the customer as close to the line as possible to make the sale. As the closer to it, the more control you have over the negotiation. To do this, it is important that every action, every response, and every attitude of the seller be done with one goal in mind: to lead the customer through the straight line to the closing. According to Jordan Belfort, the differential of this system is to use the objections presented by the buyer as an opportunity to increase their degree of certainty about the sale, naturally leading to the closing. In the sequence of the book, The Secrets of the Wolf, Jordan explains the importance of the first impression for the success of the negotiation. He affirms that the buyer takes 4 seconds to read and judge you. So the author indicates 3 essential practices that should be present in those first 4 seconds of presentation. 1, you should be sharp, showing that you are a great problem solver. 2, you should be enthusiastic, as this allows you to captivate and energize the buyer. 3, you need to be an expert in your area. This is what will make the buyer respect and see you as an authority figure on the subject. Have clear and assertive communication. As a great salesman, how can you use the practices mentioned above to make a good impression? Through tone and body language. He suggests that only 10% of communication is made with the words themselves. In the other 90%, we must send messages through tone of voice and body language. That's why it's so important to pay attention to the way you are pronouncing the words, which must be spoken clearly and assertively. Dealing with emotions during sales. Success in sales depends on your ability to maintain an emotional state that blocks disturbing thoughts and emotions. developing this ability called by the author state management, you can achieve your goals more easily. To adopt it, it is necessary that 4 essential fundamentals be incorporated, namely 1. Certainty, 2. Clarity, 3. Confidence, 4. Courage. Jordan uses neurolinguistic programming, NLP, to achieve these elements. This programming considers the human brain as a computer, therefore, it can be programmed to make changes according to circumstances. In this part of the book, The Secrets of the Wolf, the author explains in more depth how he uses NLP to achieve his positive state. He suggests the following steps. Choose a state. Establish what is the emotional state you want, based on the challenges you will face. Choose your concentration. Focus on a memory in which you felt powerful and extremely confident. Choose your physiology. You need to change your physiology to that specific state that you want. Intensify your state. Make use of your sensory modalities, visual, auditory, kinetic, gustatory, and olfactory, to create triggers and increase the feeling of confidence within you. Establish your anchor. Finally, you link this intense state that you created to something, like a word or a mantra, putting the influence into practice. In this chapter, Belford delves deeper into the tone of voice to be used during a negotiation. According to him, the words lead your buyer in a logical way, while your tone does the job in the emotional field. He explains that there are various influencing tones, but focuses on those that should be used near the closing of the sale. In sequence, the author delves deeper into the most advanced body language techniques. He explains that only body language is not enough to make the sale, but a wrong body language is enough to make you lose an opportunity. One of the most important elements of body language is eye contact. Research indicates that you should establish eye contact with someone for at least 72% of the time, otherwise, the other person will not trust you. In addition, he cites the importance of active listening, which consists of using gestures and facial expressions, which indicate that you are understanding and feeling what the other person is saying. In this way, you can achieve one of your goals in the negotiation. Establish a connection with the buyer. Straight line prospecting. Jordan Belfort defines sales prospecting as an art, therefore it is not a simple thing to do. That's why he suggests the following tips on what he calls straight line prospecting. It is necessary to identify prospecting mistakes, and those who are just curious, and remove them from your sales funnel as quickly as possible. You must collect as much information as possible about your buyers if you want to lead them on the straight line towards the agreement. By increasing their discomfort with the current situation, you turn your potential buyers into excited ones, those who are ready to act. Still talking about the straight line prospecting technique, Jordan provides 10 rules to be followed in order to achieve your goal. 1. Be a separator, not a transformer. You must know how to select only buyers with potential. 2. Ask for permission to ask questions. 3. Always use a script. 4. Start with less invasive questions. 5. Use the right tone in each question. 6. Remember body language. 7. Follow a logical path. 8. Make mental notes during the conversation. 9. Finish with a powerful transition, leading the interested party to the next step on the straight line. 10. Always stay on the straight line. Don't lose control of the sale. Demonstrating value. In this part of the book, The Wolf of Wall Street, Jordan Belfort talks about the importance of a high-level sales presentation, because it is with it that you will demonstrate the value of your proposal to the buyer. Of course, he has his own method of presenting his products, called the straight line script, of course. He defines 8 distinctions that make his method stand out. 1. The script cannot be hasty. 2. The focus is on the benefits, not on the features. 3. The script needs interruptions to not be too overwhelming, for it must be written in spoken language, not in grammatically correct language. 5. It needs to be fluid. 6. It must be honest and ethical. 7. The value of the benefits must surpass the energy spent. 8. There must be a series of scripts. Don't be afraid of objections. In the last chapter of the book, Jordan explains that a sale only starts in fact when the customer makes their first objection. From then on, it is possible to use these objections as opportunities to develop more creative ways of solving the customer's problem. Additionally, the author also cites the concept of action threshold, which is the degree of collective certainty that a person needs to reach to feel comfortable buying. Remember the 3 10s? The lower this level is, the easier it will be to sell to the person. Therefore, it is important to always try to lower the action level, making the sale easier. According to Jordan, there are 4 ways to do this. 1. Offer a money-back guarantee. 2. Offer a grace or cancellation period that allows the buyer to change their mind. 3. Use phrases that decrease the buyer's concerns. For example, "We have world-class customer service." 4. Use a powerful language pattern that creates a positive image in the prospect's mind. Successful salespeople inspire confidence, have a clear vision of where they want to go, deserve respect, are responsible, and convey confidence. Speak to customers in a way that makes you as receptive as possible, but of course, just a relationship won't sell your product. Give your customers strong reasons to like and do business with you. This way, you will master the art of persuasion and create more lasting relationships with your customers.